What's good, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. Let's jump right into it, all right? So I started off my workout with half ball push-ups, Bosu ball, aka. I kept it at a moderate tempo because I didn't want to go too fast or too slow, but I do want to incorporate some balance in my upper body. Next, I switched to dumbbell bench press. I went medium to heavy as far as weight-wise. This one you don't have to go slow, you can go kind of fast, but you want to control the weight as you go up and down. And from there I jumped right into hypertrophy workouts. I did weighted dips and weighted pull-ups. I did a superset, so I started off with body weight. I did 4 sets of 8 to 10, resting about 45 seconds in between each set, because these can be pretty taxing if you don't be careful. You got to catch your breath, and you want to give yourself a little bit of time to rest. Next was another superset, incline dumbbell bench and incline dumbbell flies right after that. So these bench presses on the incline with the dumbbells, you want to keep your elbows tucked in a little bit. Not too much, but not flared out and uncontrolled, because you don't want to injure yourself. It puts a lot of tension on that front delt if you don't. So once you keep your elbows tucked in a little bit, you can feel it a lot more in your chest, I think. You'll get a much better pump. Like I said, these hypertrophy movements aren't really focused on moving it as fast as possible. You got to keep time under tension. That's what it's really all about in order to build the muscle. That's what I'm doing now, just shaping and building. I'm watching the video now, and I should have brought my elbows a little bit down instead of back, because I'm bringing them back, and I don't really like that. I'm feeling a good stretch, but just the angle of the bench, it just felt a little awkward. I don't usually go that high. I didn't go super heavy. I didn't need to. I rested about 30 to 45 seconds in between each set too. Next, I did cable flies. I'm going from low to high, which means I'm bringing the cable down from a low position all the way up to the center of my chest to a higher position. And what it's doing is working out that inner side, the inner pec. And after that, switched over to chest hammer press machine. I love this machine because it prevents you from injuring yourself, and it helps you isolate the muscle. After that, I switched over to another superset, but this is for arms, man. My biceps and triceps. I like to use a rope because it's a lot easier on the wrist, and it keeps constant tension on it. So rope hammer curls and rope overhead extensions. It's working that long head of the tricep. I did 4 sets of 8 to 10. I really didn't go that heavy. I didn't need to. I really didn't need to go that heavy. And I actually did this after my chest exercises. But this is a pec fly machine. I kept the weight pretty low. I think I did 3 sets of 12 to 15. I was focusing on stretching out the muscle and bringing it inwards. Pausing in the middle. Getting a good stretch. Flexing the muscle. You really will feel it if you do it the right way. Moving on, I moved on to tricep extensions. I didn't go too heavy. I kept the weight pretty medium, and I actually did higher higher repetitions. I went 3 sets of 10 to 15. And by this time, I couldn't get 15, so I had to do like 3 sets of 10, 12. And after that, I went to dumbbell alternating curls, standing. The trick with this is you got to keep your elbows back, man. I'm not even doing a great job. I'm not even setting a good example, man. I was burnt out. But you don't want to be moving your shoulder forward because it's just working your shoulders. You want to just bring the weight up, squeeze the bicep, bring it back down, control it. And I'm supinating the wrist, which means I'm twisting as I come up too. I kept the weight pretty light, man. I think I'm doing 20s right there. Usually I do about 25s, 30s on a good day, squeezing it. And after that, I did some core work. The abdominal wheel rollouts. I love this workout, man, but it's tricky because you don't want to go too fast and injure yourself. But as you come in, you gotta breathe, let your air out, and squeeze your abdominal muscles. Squeeze that core as you come inwards, and because you don't want to just come in and release that tension. You want to try to keep that tension on there. So you're coming in and keeping your abdominal squeeze the entire time. If you can get 15 to 20, that's awesome, man. If you can't, just do 10. Just do what you can. We're building right now. After that, I went to decline medicine ball twists. That's what I call them. I focused on getting a good stretch on each side of the muscle, bringing it across. Not trying to rush things, but building things at the same time. Trying to get them fingers on the sides. Those abdominal muscles, those obliques. After that, I went to hanging knee raises. The trick with this is you got to bring your knees up and in, man. You can't swing too much. This bar was a little funky, so I felt like I was swinging too much. But you also want to try to pause at the top too. So as you come in, try not to swing too much and also pause at the top. After that, I went to cable crunches. I do 3 sets of 15 to 20, heavy weight, medium to heavy weight, because I'm trying to build right now. I'm cutting, FYI, so I'm trying to get my abs to build a little bit. I have a pretty strong core, but they're not really huge, so I want them to be poking out. So I'm not really going for endurance of my abs. I'm going for a look right now, shaping them. Well, that concludes my workout for today, man. Stay tuned for more, all right? Peace.